Without delay, without wasting your time, permit me to invite Oyenduma Nnamdi Kanu to lead us in prayer. And after the prayer, we will kick off the program. So therefore, wonderful BIAFRANS and lovers of BIAFRANS, lovers of IPOB all over the world, lovers of ESN Security Network, lovers of Directorate of State of Biafra Land, and lovers of freedom. Let's bow down our head in prayer. Don't forget, this very prayer is combined with wonderful Biafra national anthem. Let's pray.
We need to pray. Very, very important, please. Indeed, we trust Elohim on this very special day that only you have made, that we remember your sons and your daughters that perish that we may live, those who sacrifice their lives to protect their children, to protect their families, to protect their loved ones, to protect their nation, Biafra. It is unto thee that we repose every trust. You will not allow this generation that they fought for to be put to shame. You will not allow our enemies to triumph over us. For no one hopes in you and ever come out in shame. But shame shall encompass all of them who are treacherous. Shame shall be the portion of all the saboteurs, both dead and living. Shame shall become and will be the portion of those that persecute your children. You will show us your way, for we are nothing without thee. You will teach us your path. You will guide us in your truth. You will teach us, O Elohim, because you are Chukokika Biama, our Savior and our Redeemer, and our hope is in you and you alone. Every day, every morning, every night, we ceaselessly call upon your holy name, that you may have mercy upon us, that your love and your grace may abide within us. Do not remember the sins of our youth. Do not remember the sins of our fathers and our ancestors. Do not count our rebellious ways against us. According to your love, O Elohim, please have mercy upon us and give us Biafra in our time. For we are upright in thy word, for we are guided by the instructions you have laid down in your commandments, that sin may not have any hold over us. Come and guide us in your humble way and teach us to be that which you have destined us to become. For we have no other God apart from thee. We have no other creator apart from thee. For the sake of your name, not for anything that we may have done, not for any righteousness that we may have possessed. Elohim, forgive us our iniquity and have mercy upon us. Grant us Biafra in our time, that your name may be exalted, that your name may be praised, that your name, O Elohim, may be lifted up above every other name, now and forevermore we pray.
Isa, Mama Dredishinaka. Mama Dredishinaka. Wonderful BIAFRANS, lovers of BIAFRANS, lovers of IPOB, lovers of ESN Security Network, lovers of Directorate of State of Biafra Land, the DOS, indeed they are wise, and lovers of freedom. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night according to your time zone, wherever you are watching me from, Omushineke. We are back on air this very morning, or afternoon, or evening, according to your time, to do a short program. But before we proceed, I want to make this call, please. It's very, very important I make this very call. So much we're back. When some call come, we must answer the call. Very, very important. Earpiece one Adobe, you know. Now, BIAFRANS, on this very program, we are going to be talking about the reason why we must not fail on this very process to restore Biafra. And we are... Oh, God. So let me pick this call. Mazi, are you aware that I'm on air already?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go never.
Yeah, I'm just can make some analysis before because I me a line. You know go.
Yeah, because all them because of 1 year appointment with the radio station tomorrow. So Neka, we really need to communicate with her so that she will understand that now if the barristers near her.
Yeah, Mazi, we are going to address that issue on my next program. So I believe you call into the next program. We are going to address that issue. Okay. We are going to do justice to it. So let's just do this very program for the Nigerian government and tell our people why we must not fail on the process. So I'm going to come out by 5:30 this evening to analyze the foolishness of those foolish lawyers and the siblings of Oyindu without fear. No.
We need to communicate to the woman very important.
Yeah. I joined the woman program this early morning, and she told me that she's going to come back later. So I'm going to announce what she said because a lot of IPOB TikTok broadcasters was also there. So I was called to join the program.
Okay, so thank you.
So BIAFRANS, as I said before, the reason you must understand that freedom is not a beans. It's not my mind. I remember the statement, I also call it prophecy of Mazi Shina Sanwo-Olu, that we must prepare to the next step ahead, that the Nigerian government are going to grow on other criminals. And we are seeing them. But we are not going to talk about it on this very program. By 5:30 Biafran time, we are going to be on air to anchor a program up to 4 hours, where I want every Biafran to call in as soon as I start the program after 30 minutes or 45 minutes of analyzing the stupidity of these fellows. Call in and air your view. But at this very program, let's talk about why we want to exit Nigeria. Why I continue to say to IPOB worldwide, to indigenous people of Biafra worldwide, the lovers of freedoms, those that cares about the children of God, should continue to support the IPOB leadership known as DOS, the Directorate of State of Biafra Land. This is the critical time, the moment they need your maximum support. Without fear or favor, you must stand with them, down the consequences. You must stand with them and down any stupid fellow who think Biafra struggle belong to Kanu family. Who think Biafra struggle belong to the siblings of Oyindu. Why I'm saying this, I will be playing videos. If no IPOB leadership, if no IPOB ESN, by now, our land will be overrun by uncircumcised Fulani Janjaweed. Understand it. When I said to you last year on my daily broadcast that the Nigerian government are not sleeping, they can checkmate IPOB in diaspora. What do? They go into job by recruiting Obara Fulani. You call them money mongers, desperado. Why I'm doing this analysis? To show you what's supposed to be happening in Biafra land today. Who prevent it? IPOB, DOS. Who make it possible? IPOB, ESN. I want you to understand one thing. That the Fulani means blood. If you think they are going to retrieve from sabotage, you are dreaming. The only thing is for you to stand with the leadership. The middle belters are on the run in their land, running away, fleeing to Benin Republic, Cameroon, Togo, Ghana. The people from Yoruba, known as Yoruba Nation or Oduduwa Republic, Kwara State, Ogun State, they are on the run, even though their brother is the president of Nigeria. Why our city is safe when the men of ESN are in the bush chasing one of the most deadly terrorists on this planet Earth, known as the Fulani Herdsmen and Israel? If not for the coming of IPOB and its leadership, by now, believe in me, you are going to be answering Musa. By now, you are going to be answering Buhari if they spare your life. Why am I saying this? Why I'm saying this to you is because they discover why IPOB can never be destroyed is because of the DOS. They need your support. 100% support. Physical support. Spiritual support. Financial support. They need it. Now, I'm going to be playing you a clip. Just 10 seconds. I says in my broadcast that there are people that Ifajuna and Upadia Sika will be better than. You don't understand. Now, let's bring you a video, 20 seconds. We play it, we analyze it, we go to the second one, we analyze it, we go to the last one, we analyze it, and talk about a few things we call it a day and prepare for the tough program by 5:30.
The son of Khan is here. Champion discourse. This is not time to play political correctness.
Do you see the reason the Nigerian terrorist state have decided to involve money, buy those who they can buy with money? If you don't want this havoc to be going on in the land of Biafra, key into the back of IPOB and its leadership. We know it's happening in our land, in our bushes, in our farmland. But the intervention of ESN, it has reduced. Rather, the Nigerian terrorist state now recruited their terror, giving them uniform as a security personnel to begin to adopt people in the city, in the town, in the village. But the sweetest part, that these wonderful men of ESN are in our bushes, protecting our mothers, our fathers, uncles and aunties, the Nigerian state, the Sharia state of Nigeria, the Sharia Republic of Nigeria, the Islamic Republic of Nigeria is not happy that the Janjaweed, to be precise, is not happy because their forefather could not be able to defeat our forefather. That is the reason in our generation we must not surrender the holy land of Biafra. We must not surrender the eastern region to any uncircumcised Fulani Janjaweed in the zoo. I want you to understand why you are not seeing. You know one thing you need to know. Before the Fulani turn their attention to Middle Belt, we must go back to 2017, 2018, where Biafrans are being massacred in Iyala local government, in Aguata, in Anambra, in Imo, where our women are being raped. After they rape them, they behead them. These are the reason the IPOB leadership and Nnamdi Kanu take the bold step to protect the land of Biafra and protect the Biafran citizens. And the Nigerian terrorist state, the descendant of Usman Danfodio, who control the zoo, we are not happy. Why I'm saying this is for you to understand that the battle you see today, why they want to crumble the IPOB leadership, these are the reasons. Number one reason, they want to crumble it because they could not be able to conquer that very land. They could not be able to capture Biafra land. But with you, all things will be possible. That Fulani will never conquer the land. By you supporting IPOB leadership, by you standing with them, not the siblings of Onyeduma as in Nnamdi Kanu. Now, I want to play the video again and jump into the second video.
The summer, cloud is here. Champion discourse. This is not time to play political correctness.
This is not American movie. This is not Chinese movie. This is not India movie. This is the reality on ground in the zoo called Nigeria. And the federal government of the zoo, who are terrorists themselves, are denying this atrocity that you see. The videos are surplus. The killings of indigenous people of the land is everywhere on social media. 2 days ago, people were massacred. You don't ask yourself, during the time of Buhari, even though he died a miserable death by the hand of Chukwuka Abiyama 2017, they run the zoo as government with the name of Buhari for 8 years. You were hearing all sorts of massacre in Southeast and so-called alleged South that doesn't exist anywhere. They could not be able to penetrate the land of Biafra. But they are applying everything now to penetrate by bringing some individuals, giving them money. They start to claim they are Igbo Muslim. Only in January 2026, we begin to hear them. You ask them, where do you convert? They convert December. As soon as the pushing of IPOB about Christian genocide is going on in United States of America, in Canada, in Europe, what did the Fulani do? The Fulani Janjaweed, the British government said, come on, don't do it that way. Look for those who are gullible in their midst, who are desperate. Give them money. They will begin to claim they are Igbo Muslim, that they are being persecuted. Do you see now? You must understand this very Nigerian terrorist state behavior and activity. The Fulani is being advised by the British. But do you know why we are 1,000 steps ahead of them? This is not 1967. This is the era of IPOB. This is the 21st century where the British Fulani terrorists are massacring people. People are bringing their phone to video what is going on, and you begin to see it immediately. And understand it. In one Nigeria, you are not safe. I am not safe. Nobody is safe in the Sharia Republic of Nigerian terrorists. Now, before I play the second video, I believe you have seen the bitterness of Ruben Abati. You have seen the bitterness of a journalist known as envelope journalist called Ruben Abati. You have seen it. It was posted on Rapture Media. Our GOC posted it. How they are in pain. They thought they had millions to give to lobby. That the indigenous people of Biafra is only giving $60,000. We are going to play the video. But why we are saying this, for you to understand that anything that this very leadership is doing, it penetrates the zoo so hard, they can't bear it anymore. Now, let's play you the second video why you must understand the only solution to our problem is to balkanize the zoo into Wazobia. Divide the zoo into Wazobia. 3 places. Let everybody go back to where they are and take care of their region. Govern themselves. Develop their land. Some countries are 200,000. Some countries are 800,000 in population. Some are 100 and something thousand, 120,000 in population. They are countries. They are in Asia. They are in South America. Tell me why British don't want Biafra to exit Nigeria. We are talking about 70 million people. More than. They say no. Remain in Nigeria. Become a patriotic monkey. Die as a monkey in the zoo that you don't deserve to live. Once you begin to talk about the atrocity that is going on in Nigeria, once you begin to talk about the jihad that is going on in Nigeria, once you begin to talk about the Christian genocide that is going on in the zoo, they say you are not being patriotic. You ask. Being patriotic is to welcome what? Welcome Sharia. Welcome the Sokoto Caliphate. Submit to the Sokoto Caliphate. We say no. We are the indigenous people of Biafra. We deserve to live. We deserve to protect our land. We deserve to protect our mother, and our father, and our uncle, our sister. We need to exit the zoo today, tomorrow, by a referendum. That is our right. To agitate. Our right to say we want to be free because this marriage is soured. Nobody eats sour soup. Nobody eats condemned egg. As soon as you discover that the egg is rotten, you can't even cook it and give to your worst enemy. No, you throw it away. That is the definition of the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is a rotten egg. If you don't throw it away make sure the name is abolished. Let everybody go back to where they are. Everybody will perceive the order. And the order is death. What is the order? Boko Haram, Iswa, Rakurawa, Fulani S-Men, and Saru, who derive joy of beheading a human being. Either you convert or you die. Either you convert or you become slave, you go to farm and work for them. The same time, you pay tax. Let's bring the second video, please. It's 1 minute and 39 seconds.
Pretend there's no war. There's a war. I'm only saying there are a lot of you journalists are part of the problem who don't want to address the truth. A war on. Why are you saying you're not pretending? There's people think there's no war. What do you mean you're not pretending? You are. You are part of the problem in this country.
So for those who seek to politicize everything, there is no genocide in Benue State.
I was a politician for 7 years, Pierce, and I can tell when someone is lying and avoiding the truth. That's exactly what this foreign minister is doing, and shame on him for lying.
I have a reason to believe that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is dead.
Now, that is a former, one of the commander officer, Nigeria intelligence, who is telling you that Nigerian journalists are the most wayward people you can think of. Not that they are wayward, they are foolish, and they are stupid. These are the patriotic Nigerians, living in deniers journalists, men and women who lie for a living to put food on their table. They are the patriotic, the zoo animals. The man said, you journalists are part of the problem. You have welcomed the Fulani jihadists in the zoo. That there is war going on. It's not a Biafra. It's from Oduduwa. You must embrace this very truth. Embrace it. Embrace it with passion. Because that is the only thing that will save you and save your generation unborn. He said, there is war going on. There is war going on. The other person that speaks is the current governor. A man of God is a governor. He said, no, there is no genocide, though. There is no genocide, though, going on in Benue. He forgot one thing. That a former Benue governor, the Fulani, tried to ambush his convoy. He survived. And the Fulani movement, call me ATL, claim responsible. That they are the one. They are going to execute a sitting governor with security. But look at some common man of God who was appointed by Fulani Janjaweed to change the narrative. That is the reason where Biafra come. You will understand how country is being governed. You can never see a fake pastor, a fake man of God doing abracadabra. You can never see a fake Didier. Say, no, you don't need to work. Just come and do let me have you can see them. Every one of them will disappear. Because there's one adage that says, na adiramma orundenze. And I'm Igbo man. I'm not an English-speaking person. So look for an Igbo person to translate the meaning of an adiramma orundenze. And if you want to transfer this very adage, if you want to do the translator, you will understand the meaning. And the meaning is what we are facing today after the abduction, the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu. Up to this day. The meaning is what we are facing today in Biafra land by the Nigerian government, who says that Muslim ticket is a jihad to dead the Muslim. Let's play the video back, please.
Pretend there's no war. There's a war. Pretending. I'm only saying there are a lot of you journalists are part of the problem who don't want to address the truth. A war on. Why are you saying you're not pretending?
A lot of you journalists, meaning all of them, all of those foolish alleged journalists, are part of the problem. Now you ask yourself, what did this man mean? He mean that everything that the Nigerian journalist is saying is being given to them by Nigerian police, controlled by the federal government. Our sister Lolo Nekachimeze says it. That the journalist in Anambra and Imo told him, before we report, what we used to report is the one that was given to us by police. Nigeria has no journalists. What you have in Nigeria are a bunch of criminals who want the zoo to continue exist. So we tell you, you are not being patriotic. You can't disgrace your country, your nation in Western world. These are foolish people. You ask them, are you in Nigeria? You journalists, are you in Nigeria? If you are in Nigeria, what is the meaning of the zoo? And what is the language that you speak in this? You say, nah, English, now you ask. United Kingdom speak English. The Germans speak Dutch. The Italians speak Italy. The Spanish speak Spanish. The France speak French. Nigerians speak Nigeria. Is it what you're telling me? Is it what you're telling me? Foolish people that will tell you that Nigeria is a zoo created by a husband and wife who is a complete drunkard and drug addict. A country that was built under lie. Lie. Don't say the truth, oh. Don't say it. Their citizens are dying. No hospital. No road. No infrastructure. No job. They are busy paying money to lobbyists to carry out propaganda that is in public domain. The massacre of innocent. $9 million. And we will say to you, you are a monkey. We will say to you that Nigeria is a zoo. You say we commit offense. $9 million. And that $9 million will expire, I think, 3 to 4 months. They will renew the contract. Another $9 million. Maybe the lobby firm will not increase it to 12 million naira now. $12 million now. That is the country you are proud of. You are not ashamed. When I ask you say I'm a proud Nigerian, you are a proud monkey. A proud babu. Nobody is in Nigeria. Nobody. No man or woman is in Nigeria. No man or woman. Once you say you are in Nigeria, you deserve to die. That is the meaning. Because why? Premature death or sudden death exists in the zoo. You sleep in your house, you can be ambushed. By who? By the terrorists who have come to Islamize the zoo. You wake up in the morning, you pray to God. As you are going out, you banned Fulani herdsmen. You banned Boko Haram. You banned ISWAP. After banning them, you also banned accident. Telling you that Nigeria is a zoo. As you arrive in your working place, you are working. You are praying in your working place. God, oh, don't allow these people to ambush this our company. Oh. I don't want to be abducted. I don't have any money. As you finish from work, you are going home again. After taking your shower, you dress up in office. If there is shower in your company, you also pray again. As I'm going home now, please, I ban Fulani herdsmen. I ban Boko Haram. I ban ISWAP. I ban accident. Every 12 hours, you banned. But as soon as you leave the zoo, you go to America, Germany, Canada, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Australia, New Zealand, you don't even remember to pray anymore. You don't even have the strength. That will tell you that the solution to this problem is to bacanize the zoo. While the zoo is being bacanized, the Sokoto Caliphate will die a natural death. They are in this very mission together. Their mission is very clear. They are not more hiding it. The Northern Nigeria elite has come out to address the Nigerian government that they must also reach out to these terrorists. They want to place them under salary. They want to place invaders. They were telling you before, they are not Nigerians, so they are not Nigeria. They are not Nigeria. Now, the Northern Nigerian leaders, the Sultan of Sokoto, who derive joy of killing innocent indigents, is telling you because the spokesperson is the #1 founder, is the sponsor. You don't know why American government decided after they gathered their information, they destroyed their headquarters in Sokoto. Where American military destroyed, it was the capital of terrorists. That very building that look like underground, that is where they gather. That is where they meet. Sultan of Sokoto always go there to address his boys about how they must make sure they conquer, because Nigeria is their inheritance. Nigeria is their inheritance, including you who call yourself Nigeria. You are a proud Nigerian. Mad people everywhere. Let's continue to listen, please.
Pretend there's no war. There's a war. Pretending. I'm only saying there are a lot of you journalists are part of the problem who don't want to address the truth. The war on. Why are you saying you're not pretending? There's people think there's no war. What do you mean you're not pretending? You are. You are part of the problem in this country.
So for those who seek to politicize everything, there is no genocide in Benue State.
I was a politician for 7 years, Pierce, and I can tell when someone is lying and avoiding the truth. That's exactly what this foreign minister is doing, and shame on him for lying.
I have a reason to believe that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is dead. I have a reason to believe that the president of the federal...
You, that you are rich, arrogant. You, that you are rich and very arrogant, should think of people. I've performed several genocide burial more than 70 times.
This is the popular pastor. He said that he has performed more than 70 times genocide burial. When we are talking about this very genocide, it's not talking about burying 70 people. It's not talking about burying 200. Not only the pastor, there is other pastor, like this very pastor, who said the day he buried people, he buried 1,770 something at the time. And this time around, It doesn't require gasket. They will line 3 dead body. 3 dead body. Like, you know ice fish, right? Those of us that buy as that's the way they line up 1,700 and something people were buried. A middle belt. And when they are telling you that Islamization of Nigeria is real, you say no, it no go happen. No. You know what you will go. They are busy destroying farmland, beheading farmers. When farmers defend themselves, the Nigerian Sharia court will sentence the farmer to death by hanging. They will tell you you're supposed to run away from your farmland. You ask, my father was killed by the same Fulani herdsmen the same day. My sister was beheaded. And I have opportunity to kill one. To tell you Nigeria is being governed by Sharia law. Gradually, they are coming to Nigerian Senate to tell you that Sharia law supersedes Nigerian law, to tell you that Nigeria is just a name, that you are under Sokoto Caliphate. You are under Sokoto Caliphate. Unless you want to be a living in denial. Let's continue to listen, please.
Imagine some of the grave are 501. This is what Nicki Minaj. This is whatever she wants to say.
There's no Christian.
Whatever she wants to
I'll
say.
say it.
Whatever. It's a good question.
Now, you see that man called Ruben Abati. If the Fulani herdsmen is swap, Boko Haram can locate his family, behead all of them, I will praise them. This is #1 supporter of Sharia. This man is support for Nigeria to be finalized. For his support for Nigeria to be a Sharia nation. During the time of an Igbo man that has house in Abuja, the house shop, right? During the time the Nigerian Sharia court in Abuja see the property. When the video was in public, what did Ruben about to say? He said he don't believe that the video is like AI, and Rufai said no. Rufai said no. That he knows the particular house they are talking about. He drove towards there yesterday and he saw this thing. Ruben Abati, now keep quiet. Ruben Abati, if Ruben Abati, you see the way that man black, you see the color of that man, is the definition of devil, is the definition of Lucifer. Ruben Abati, that is another demon in the name of journalists in the zoo. Let's dive into the 3rd video before we now bring the statement of Ruben Abati to you. Why you must support the leadership. Why you must not give up as an IPOB member. Is the video I'm about to play for you. The one that I was playing for you before, just I want you to pay attention to this one to see what is going on in Middlebelt. This is the plan of the Nigerian terrorist state towards the southeast region, towards the eastern region, in fact. So you will flee to Cameroon to Gabon, to Sao Tome and Principe, your land will be taken over. But the coming of IPOB ESN, that's why our land could not be able to be conquered. They wanted to conquer the land of Biafra in the era of Muhammad Buhari regime. And they want to conquer it by all means. But IPOB say no. ESN say no. Let's bring you what is going on in Middle Beta today. What you are seeing is not a movie, it's reality on ground in the zoo, Middle Belt. Indigenous people of Middle Belt are now fleeing from their land. Some of them are now relocating to Benin Republic, to Cameroon, to Togo. Some of them are running from the ancestral land. And the ancestral land is being taken over and renamed the Janjaweed, the uncircumcised Fulani name. They are running away. I want you to look at it. We are talking about thousands of people running away from the ancestral land. And we will tell you that the solution to this problem, that the solution to this brouhaha, that the solution to these jihadists, that the solution to finalizing the zoo is to balkanize the zoo into Wazobia, where the government of Wa, known as Oduduwa or Yoruba Nation, will protect their border, protect their forests, with their forest guard, with their efforts, with their custom. Where the people known as Zoo Republic will protect their land with their security. Where the people known as Biafra will protect their border, protect their farmland, protect their forests with their efforts, with their forest guard. Where nobody can invade our land anymore. In altar of one Nigeria is dead. Anybody preaching one Nigeria, we are Bananya, they are evil. Nothing like one Nigeria. Unless the person is foolish, foolish? Somebody come and preach to you, one Nigeria, we are one Nigeria. You ask them, what make us one Nigeria? One Nigeria? That a man, a boy or a girl from the old Eastern region need to score 350 marks before he goes to university? And somebody from Western Nigeria known as Oduduwa, Yoruba nation, will score 200. And somebody from Ariwa, the Northern Nigeria, we only score only 30 marks. At the same time, the person that scored 30 marks, he go into university, he did not make first class, or second class, or third class. He make the lowest of all. Is the one in charge of government. Is the one supervising the person that make first class. How do you describe that? Iberibe, known as Iberiberism. We must not remain in Nigeria. In the zoo called Nigeria, there is no equity, there is no justice. So how do you come in that we're in Nigeria? Nigeria. One Nigeria. What make what? You know what make people guys, what make people unite? That you cannot. The law is dissenting anywhere in Germany. But in the zoo, go to their prison. You can't see any Fulani boy or Fulani girl in prison. But go to the prison. You are going to see a Biafra, able to be precise, a mechanic who repair vehicle for a living. The job is to service vehicle. You brought your vehicle, he service it. Whether you steal the vehicle, you don't know. The job is to service vehicle. Nigerian police will come there, they will pick the vehicle, they will pick the mechanic. It will be behind the bar without taking to court. A generator repairer spent 18 years in prison. The person that stole the generator and brought it for the man to service spent 18 years. And the person that stole the generator spent 6 months. One Nigeria, my foot. One Nigeria, my foot. Now, let's bring you the animals journalists in the zoo. Number one of the animals is called Ruben Abati. Now, just a minute. That is breaking news. Yes, a wiki running out. Let me bring you.
So if Biafra, the people promoting Biafra, if they are going to the US and they are paying how much, $60,000 to sell their own story, that Igbos are being marginalized and persecuted in Nigeria, and that the idea of a Republic of Biafra will be a good proposition, I think it makes sense that the Nigerian government too is in that space. It's not about the money, it's about the fact that the Nigerian government wants to be heard, so that there's not just one voice in the room. Yes, sir. On December 12, 2025, the Nigerian government paid $4.5 million for 6 months, and the contract is renewable for another 6 months. So the lobbyists, what they will be doing basically is to get the Nigerian voice into the room who will speak up. And finally, those Biafra separatists who are looking for lobbyists in America, they can spend their $60,000, but they should know, they should be reminded that is an act of sabotage against the Nigerian state. If you are still a patriot, if you are still a citizen, and you are sabotaging the Nigerian state, demarketing your country within the international sphere, there are consequences in that particular regard. Everybody should be well advised. Before we are told tomorrow that we are not supporting people who are following self-determination rules.
Lobby. Dr. Ruben Abati.
You don't need to speak. That is Ruben Abati showcasing the hatred he have for Biafra freedom. He know they hide them. But before we continue, we want to bring Family Writer International what it says early this morning, please. Family Writer International.
OB is a structured movement, not a market square. When Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor served as lead counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, there was clarity, order, and discipline. Communication followed a defined structure established by Nnamdi Kanu himself. There was no confusion about authority, and there were no multiple voices issuing instructions. IPOB was never trained to take orders from many people. We were trained to take orders from leadership. That is why, till today, Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast where he categorically stated that anything the DOS says, goes, remains pinned on this page. It was not a suggestion, it was a directive. At that time, the process was simple and respected. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor would visit Nnamdi Kanu. After those visits, the most important messages were relayed to the Directorate of State, DOS, which then communicated officially to the wider IPOB family. Everyone knew that IPOB listens to and takes instructions from the DOS alone. Not once did Barrister Ejiofor attempted to bypass this structure to issue directives to IPOB members. The only matters he addressed publicly after such visits were issues relating to Nnamdi Kanu's health and welfare. He understood boundaries. He understood structure. Today, we must state this without fear or sentiment. The lawyers who bundled Nnamdi Kanu back to court and watched him get sentenced cannot salvage anything now. The damage has already been done. There is no rewriting of history, no emergency press statements, and no last-minute activism that can correct that failure. A movement that begins to take instructions outside its leadership structure is already on the path to collapse. Confusion does not happen by accident. It is introduced deliberately. Once multiple voices begin to speak where only one channel was authorized, unity is weakened and discipline is eroded. Let it be stated again, clearly and finally. Messages from Nnamdi Kanu to the IPOB family must come through the DOS. Anything outside that channel will not be taken seriously, especially by FWPI. IPOB is not a social club. It is not a media project. It is a liberation movement built on order, hierarchy, and loyalty to a clearly defined command structure set by Nnamdi Kanu himself. Anyone who truly respects him must respect the system he established. Discipline is not negotiable. Structure is not optional. And IPOB will not abandon them either. Family Writers Press International.
Family Writer Press International. Please make that very, press release from Family Writer to go viral, please. Very, very important. This is very Joshua Mushineke. We are about to call it today. Nemama, Madam Agnes Wokike, Adadema Nemama. Good afternoon from here. I'm about to sign out, but join me exactly 5:30 p.m. where what these charlatans lawyers and Umunema as Nnamdi Kanu put together, I'm without no mercy. We prove with evidence why you must understand why they are doing what they are doing at this very critical time This is not the time to fear. This is not the time to listen to the garbage, which we call damage control. I call it medicine after death. I said it on my broadcast. I think on Thursday, right? I said, either Wednesday or Thursday, I said, Biafrans, you must prepare to protect Lolo Nneka Chimezie. I say it's not a prophecy. It's a common sense. Because why? I know how these people roll. At least I've acquired some knowledge in this very media to read the mind of Ndentisa. That is not a prophecy. And it's not up to 12 hours. They begin to jump at the woman. Because why? The pain. Why will you speak the truth? That is not how we roll. If we go there, you give us the message, we throw it out, we deliver the message of the siblings. Why do you not come outside? That is the only opportunity that that very woman has. And he got the information and deliver it. Onu Bruzo, Irona Bechuku. So therefore, Mochineke, I'm about to sign out. I remain your boy, I remain your son, the radical figure Biafra man. Join me by 5:30 p.m. Biafra time as we analyze the foolishness of these lawyers. Please, if you have that video of Nnamdi Kanu, where they first concoct a story, how they met with Nnamdi Kanu, how they passed the message of the leadership to Nnamdi Kanu, how Nnamdi Kanu also sent a message through them to the leadership, and they were talking about the leadership of Rising Sun and Abi by then, but you don't know. And I was saying it, that they need to come outside and tell us the leadership they are talking about. The leadership they are talking about is out in public. They are called Rising Sun and Abi. If you have that very video, please send it to me on my WhatsApp or my messenger. Please, I want to make use of that very video. It's on my phone, but that phone is not good. For me, from here, it's good afternoon. Ndezu, nde na-anwụ ọbara mmadụ, ndokwu ụgha, abịakwana ọzọ, abịakwana ha. Omo Chineke, thank you for watching. See you 5:30.